Yeah, and we're gonna place our feet flat down on that mat. I want to bend in the knees. Roll those shoulder blades down and back. We're gonna go into our ab series here. So go ahead and start with your feet on the mat. Yeah, perfect. You're gonna interlace all 10 fingers. Elbows are gonna draw out to the side. I want you to imagine this as being like a basket for your head. So your head is gonna rest in your hands, and we're gonna add in a chest lift. So when we add this chest lift, think about leading up through the chest, and your head is just following. So as we lift up on exhale, perfect. We're not letting that chin fall down to the chest. Perfect. It's staying in line with your neck and shoulders. Beautiful. I want you to feel that burn in your upper abs. Nice big exhale as you go up. Inhale as you go back down. Perfect. We can go ahead and progress your abs by drawing the legs up into tabletop and it's like an open kinetic chain. So we're progressing by not having those feet be grounded down. Perfect. There we go. Lifting up. Now we're going to go ahead and add in some rotation. So as you lift up, you're going to twist to the side. You're keeping your hips planted, and you're going to feel your rib pull towards your hip. So you're coming up, twisting, right rib pulls towards right hip, come back to center, and then back down. Come up to the other side. We're keeping those elbows nice and wide the entire time. So as we twist, think about pulling your shoulder towards the other side rather than the elbows. Beautiful. Making sure we're breathing. Nice big exhale as you press up. Perfect. Go ahead and even yourself out. And then bring your feet back down with that mat. You can windshield wiper your knees side to side. Perfect. We're going to go ahead now, go into our second set here. So we're going to draw those legs up into tabletop. Perfect. Now we're going to reach our arms up towards the ceiling. You're taking away that support for your head here, so we're progressing these. Again, we're going to add in that chest lift, and I want you to think about lifting up, leading with the chest, not letting that chin come down towards your chest. Perfect. Pull in those abs, feel that burn in your upper abs. Resisting the urge to use your arms for momentum. Perfect. There we go. Just lifting up and then lowering back down at the same speed. And again, we're going to add in that rotation. So you're lifting up, reaching up, twisting to the side, pulling that rib towards the hip, and then we lower back down. Perfect. Last few here, even yourself out. And then bring your feet back down onto the mat. Windshield wiper those knees side to side. Keep those shoulders planted though on your mat. Take some nice deep breaths in and out. We're going to go ahead now, we're going to move into our plank series. So go ahead and take that blueberry, tuck it underneath your reformer. And we're going to turn and face towards the springboard. Actually, just kidding. We're going to go ahead, come up to standing. We're going to go ahead and we're going to be using our chairs for our plank here. So what I'd like you to do for this first one is we're going to have our arms be fully extended on like the front of your chair here. So your shoulders can be hovering above your hands. You're going to walk your feet out. And I want you to imagine making a straight line down the side of your body from shoulder to hip to ankle. So we're going to press out. We're going to hold here. You can be on your toes or your feet can be flat. We're holding here for 15 seconds. Perfect. While you're here, I want you to think about pressing up out of your shoulder girdle. You're going to pull in those lower abs, lifting up. Think about pulling your heels back towards that springboard behind you. Keep your gaze between your hands. Last 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and extend your hips back. Give yourself a nice flat back stretch. Perfect. Go ahead, come back up. This time we're going to progress from beginner plank. This is going to be a little bit more intermediate. So we're going to have our hands be our arms to be fully extended. You're going back to that plank position. We're holding here for another 15 seconds, but we're adding in a mountain climber. So you're going to draw that knee knee up to the chest, and then you're going to reach that foot back. But I want you to think about keeping your entire body stable, and the only thing that's mobile is that leg that's with the knee bent, drawing up to the chest. So I shouldn't see any hips rocking side to side. Really feel that crunch in your abs. You're pulling that knee up towards your chest. Beautiful. Last 5 seconds. Keep that head in line with neck and shoulders. Beautiful. 2 and 1. Go ahead, send those hips back. Keep your arms reaching forward. Nice deep breath in and out. We're going to come back up for one last plank series here. So we're going to do what I call a Pilates push-up. So you're going to have your hands be on that chair. You're going to be in that plank position to start. You're going to lower down into a push-up where you feel comfortable within your shoulder joints. So you're lowering down. Elbows are going to go towards your rib cage. You're going to press up, back up into that plank, and then you're going to send the hips back for a flat back stretch. Come back to that plank position, and then we lower down in that push-up. So while you're lowering down in that push-up, I just want you to go in a range of motion that's comfortable for you. Even if it's just an inch down, that's totally fine. Perfect. Sending those hips back. Modification, you can go ahead and go back to your regular plank, or you can just do it like a mountain climber if it's feeling uncomfortable in your shoulders. Perfect. Lowering down with control. Keeping those hips lifted. We're not letting our hips sink down. We're lifting up through our core. Last few seconds here. 3. And last one. Good. Press up, send those hips back, reach your arms forward. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Perfect. We're going to go ahead now. We're going to come back down onto our mat. I want you to grab your magic circle. So we're going to have your head be towards the springboard. And so you're going to be laying on your side, and you're going to use your arm, your arm and your hand for support. So go ahead, lay on your side. You're going to be facing towards the back of the studio here. I want you to lengthen your body out like you're standing, and you're going to hold your head with support to keep your head in line with your neck and shoulders. And then I want you to think about point that toe that's on your top foot is going to extend. So that way you're just pulling yourself like an inch or two closer to the center of the studio so you get nice pelvic alignment here. Our spine should be in neutral. Perfect. So actually, go ahead and grab that magic circle. You're going to place it underneath. You're going to place it between your legs. So that bottom leg's going to be on top of the little handle. Perfect. And then your foot's going to be on top. Beautiful. And now go back to that position. Beautiful. And again, so you're extending that top leg just that inch or two forward. Make sure you get that nice neutral spine and pelvis. And what we're going to be doing here is we're going to be pressing down on that magic circle. So take a nice big exhale, you're going to press down, and then we're lifting back up. Just pressing down and up for our side lane here. Perfect. Keeping that gaze towards the back of the studio. I really want you to squeeze in your core. Imagine making that little mouse house in your abs. So you're pulling your rib towards your hip to make sure that you're not letting your abs just drop to the floor. Perfect. Beautiful. Pressing down and up. We'll do 2 more. Go ahead and flip that leg up. We're going to go ahead and get rid of that circle. You can just let it go. So we're going to maintain that same body positioning here. So we're keeping those legs nice and long, and you're going to be lifting your leg up and then lowering back down. Perfect. Yeah. Just abducting and adducting those legs. Really keeping your core nice and strong to stabilize your spine in that neutral position. Perfect. We'll do 1 more. Now we're going to swoop that leg forward. We're going to sweep the leg forward and then bring it back to that center position. Perfect. Keeping that nice pelvic stability. So we're keeping those hips. We're imagining as if there's a dowel going from hip to hip down towards the floor. We're not letting those hips rock forwards or back. Perfect. There you go. Staying nice and strong. Again, that hand that's on the top of your body, you can place that hand down in front of you for more support if you need it. Beautiful. One more. And then go ahead and bring your legs back down. We're going to turn and face the front of the studio now. And grab that magic circle again. We're going to place that circle back between your ankles again, and then you're going to lengthen your legs back out. You're going to support your head. Yep, make sure it's in line with your neck and shoulders. Again, that hand that's on the top of your body can be in front of you for more support. Get that nice long line, straight line from shoulder and hip to ankle, and again, we're pressing down. Nice big exhale, you're pressing that circle down, and then you're lifting your leg back up. Perfect. Really pull in those abs to stabilize your spine. Perfect. Activate that posterior chain. You're squeezing those legs together. Last two. Last one. Go ahead and get rid of that circle again. And we're going to go back to that leg lifting and lowering. So we're keeping that spine nice and long. Neutral spine, we're lifting that leg up and bringing it back down. And go ahead, we'll add in some plantar flexions. You're going to point that toe. Perfect. Just lifting and lowering. Abducting and adducting that leg. Again, keeping that like mouse house in your abs, so you want to pull that rib towards your hip to stabilize your spine and keep your spine in that neutral position. We're not sinking down into our mat. Just lifting and lowering. And then we're going to go ahead and add in that sweep again. So we're starting in that start position. You're going to sweep your leg forward just a little bit, and then we're going to sweep it back to center, maintaining that nice strong alignment in your hips. Imagine that dowel going through your hips. Perfect. Perfect. Scooping forward, there you go. Let's do one more. And then bring that leg back. Go ahead and lay down onto your stomach. And we're going to go ahead and do like a swan on the mat. So I'm going to have your legs lengthen out back behind you. I want you to squeeze your legs together, point your toes. I want your elbows to be right about where your rib cage is, so they're in line with your ribs. Your head's going to stay in line with your neck and shoulders. And then on exhale, I want you to squeeze your core, and you're going to press up into a swan. Beautiful. With that nice back extension, and then we're going to lower back down. And then again, go ahead, press all the way up. You're going to squeeze those abs. I want you to feel that weight shift into your thighs, and then back down. Perfect. We're lengthening out the front of our body as we press all the way up, keeping that head in line with neck and shoulders. One more. Perfect. Feeling that weight shift into your thighs. And then go ahead, come back down onto the mat. And we're going to come back over to our exo chairs. So we're going to go ahead and move into our side laying and prone series here. So what I'm going to have you do is we're going to do our side laying facing towards the front of the studio. So I'm going to have you're going to stand on this side of your chair. Perfect. And you're going to sit on your chair like a Z-sit style. So you're going to bring one leg over, and then go ahead and bring it in front. And what you're going to do is you're just going to gently